Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Robot Tech. My name is BeskarSnake. Of course, today we have a Smokinace or BeskarSnake. How are you? How's everything going?
Not too bad. Doing well. Doing well. How about yourself?
All right. I feel like, man, I miss your face. I miss you. It's been, I feel like forever. I
It's
always
been a
say
while.
that every month, but this month especially. Um, yeah. If you're new, well, welcome. This is a podcast we talk about games and gaming topics. Last month we talked about Nintendo Direct, and today we'll talk about on 4/27 for the 27th of April. A game will come out. Do you know what that game is, Smoking Ace? Maybe
What game would that be?
I have no
Scouter?
idea. I don't know. But yeah, 4/27. Anyways, so we talk about games and what games we played last month, and pretty much a topic every month. So welcome, Stanley Parable Ultimate Deluxe. I'm ready. I'm ready. You're ready, obviously. I know how hyped you are and how excited you are to
We'll see if it actually comes out.
finally buy. Yeah, right. Good point. Yeah, maybe it's early, late April Fool joke.
Man, that would be the long con. No,
Long
I'm
con.
I'm glad it's finally coming out for you. You know, you've
You
been
and
waiting
me
so long.
both, brother. No, it's just. I mean, I'm tempted to see what they have in store for that. Of course, I'm gonna buy it on all the things. I'm like, of course, Nintendo released it on YouTube and then PlayStation 4, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna spend so much money on this. I'm gonna
Every copy
I'm
for
gonna buy
every
the.
system.
Yeah, you bet. I doubt they're gonna have it as a physical copy. Maybe that'd be nice, but we'll see. I love your
Maybe,
doggo.
maybe one day, Super Rare Games will make one.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'm still waiting for the Among Us thing.
Yeah.
It's like 6 months ago. Seems like. But yeah, how are you? What? So sorry, let's get started. I need to get that out of the way right away. Look, I promise I won't talk about it the rest of the stream, rest of the recording. So what games did you play last month, Beskar Snake?
So for everybody who knows, who's been here for a bit or has ever seen either one of our streams, you know that we are big on Extra Life.
Oh, are
And
we? And what is
in
that?
April,
Sorry, I'm done.
it's a thing that you can get in many games, like in Super Mario Brothers, you can get a one-up mushroom.
All right.
Mega Man X, you could get, now. But no, it's a children's charity group that they're all over North America, and they raise money for I, quite a few. I don't remember the exact number, but many Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And in April, they have
Mm,
their Extra Life United coming up.
yeah.
So they have some tournaments and games and stuff. And for that, I was practicing for a couple games. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Um,
It's just gonna be the best YouTube video. I'm for those Spotify listeners, they're missing out on YouTube. It's a great time.
for everyone on Spotify, I actually made that noise. It definitely
It's
wasn't
not
one
two
of my dogs
dogs.
playing. No, of course not. Just leave
No,
that
it's
little nugget
fine.
of mystery
It's
in there
fine.
for you.
It's fine.
Um,
It's adorable.
but so for Extra Life United, on top of everything, they have some tournaments for games. So I've been practicing a few of those games. Mario Kart, uh,
Some like lame
why?
people, I think, honestly. You gotta
Yeah,
get better
you
competition
know.
or something, man. That's just scrub lords over there. No, I'm just kidding. It was
um,
me.
Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon Unite. Um, I've been playing a little bit of Magic the Gathering Arena. Probably gonna sign up. Probably won't do great. I haven't played Magic in forever, and I was never that great. But hey, it's free. There's always the possibility of winning money for the kids.
Right.
Um, so been playing those games, and then also for anybody who's been on Twitch or YouTube or anything in the past month, a little known game called Elden Ring.
Mm.
That one has been a lot of fun. Um, it's for anybody who doesn't know, it's a game that touts being quite difficult, but for those that know it, and those who have been part of the Soulsborne kind of genre before, it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
The bosses are tough as nails, but when you beat it, you get that sense of accomplishment and
Yeah.
just that excitement and pride that, hey, I conquered this tough enemy. But yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun with that. This one, I would say it's by no means easy, but I would have to say it's the most accessible.
Mm.
Meaning it's open world. So you know what? If you keep dying in this one area, just go to a different area.
Go to
You might
another one.
you might find an item that works better, or you might find, these crafting items in order to help you out in this other area, or you might find some better armor or a better weapon or a new spell or something like that. um the Dark Souls games and Bloodborne and all of those, a lot of them are very linear,
Mm.
but this one, yeah, like I said, you can go pretty much wherever you want. There are some gates, that you have to beat this boss to get to this next area, but the first area is huge. You can spend hours exploring and never even touch that first boss. um so yeah, for anybody who's played a Souls game before, it's gonna feel like, it's gonna feel very familiar. But for anybody who's been kind of on the fence whether if they wanted to try or not, I would recommend giving it a go. Again, it's still tough, it's still difficult, and it's still challenging. But like I said, it gives you a lot of tools to kind of help you out along the way. But yeah, other than that,
So, Enraged Bagel pretty much knows how to blindfold this
oh,
already, right?
he beat it, within 3 hours.
0.3 seconds.
He has the world now.
I'm
He's
sure,
been having
but
a lot of fun with it. He actually it's funny that you mentioned that, because I was just talking to him the other day, and I asked him if he had beaten it yet, and he had gotten to the final boss. He
yeah,
wasn't having fun beating him or fighting him,
right.
so he just started a new character.
Oh, yikes.
I think he's started a few different characters, just trying different things out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's loving it. He's been spending a lot of time with
I,
it.
so I feel like I might get lost in that game. I mean, I feel like I'm already lost in Dark Souls, like, and it's linear, Whereas I don't know. I feel
The,
like I might get like more lost.
the nice thing about this one
Yeah.
for Elden Ring is, while it doesn't exactly tell you, hey, go to point B,
B, right? That's true.
you don't have to go, but instead of bonfires, they have uh, great sites of grace,
Hmm.
and for some of them, where they're like kind of the main sites, they have like a little arrow shooting off of them. So it doesn't tell you exactly where to go, but it kind of gives you guidance.
Right.
So if you're like, I'm not really sure where to go next, and I've explored all of this or something, you can kind of follow that sort of light, and it shows it on the map, and it
Mm.
also shows it from the grace as it is. Like there's kind of like a ray of light coming off of it. So it gives you a little bit of guidance. I know one of the big issues I had with Dark Souls and stuff like that is I'm like, I don't know where to go. You know,
Hmm.
I don't know what's next. I don't know where that next enemy is, that next
Right.
boss, that next item or something. So, maybe I either get frustrated and just don't play, or I've got to look up a guide and kind of see where to go. But yeah, like I said, they just that simple little touch, that little addition of adding a little kind of, hey, go in that direction, is subtle enough that it, like I said, it doesn't just give you this waypoint of, hey, go here,
Right.
but it says, hey, it kind of nudges you along in that way if you want to go. But if you want to just keep exploring these
Mm.
cliffs and these caves and this forest or whatever, you can do that all you want,
Okay.
you know.
I mean,
So yeah.
I'll still. I mean, I've been watching some streams and here and there. Rad does games, and of course some other people. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I still. I mean, it looks pretty. I mean, I probably
Oh,
will pick it
it's
up eventually. Just
gorgeous.
this is me. I pick up things late. Um, but anyways, any other games?
Nothing of note. There's a game that I'm going to get back to very soon, and actually something behind me is a little bit of a preview of one of the things that I talked about for gaming goals a few months ago. You should go listen to that podcast or
Oh
watch that
man.
podcast.
And where would I find that podcast? On YouTube and
You can.
Spotify?
No, I think it's in the yellow pages
Oh, okay.
actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
threw all those out.
Well, you better get another copy of
Yeah,
them.
dang. I'm
But
just
yeah, no. Other
that's
than
my
that,
postman.
just little games here and there. You know, not the same kind of
Run
the
the mill.
normal. Yeah, yeah.
So why can't you play Fortnite yet? Because they got rid of they got rid of the building now. I mean, it's back again. So I actually had this question to you from a legit listener, King Kong Wrong. He DM'd me saying to talk about it, so I'm gonna do it. So they announced if you're that no building. So would it convince you yet?
It is more tempting.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, and I've talked about this before, I couldn't tell you exactly which episode of the podcast, but you know
All
what?
right.
Just watch all the podcasts, and then
All of them.
you, in the
You let us
comments
know.
below on YouTube, let me know which episode it was in.
Yeah.
Because
Re-listen to all of them. So.
we listen to every comment, but we don't listen to every podcast
All right.
necessarily. I still bring it up. I
We
still
listen to ourselves right now. Why would I need to do it
exactly.
again? We have
But
people for that.
yeah, yes, exactly. Which is all of you lovely people.
Yeah. Anyways, go
Um,
on.
but the biggest issue that I have with Battle Royals, I don't like the format.
Mm-hmm.
The building is what turned me away from Fortnite specifically, but just in general, I'm just not a big fan of the layout. I don't like. I I think it partially stemmed from when I very first started streaming. It was with one of my friends, Return of the Zach,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things that we played PUBG a lot,
Right.
and it would be frustrating where, okay, you know, we're walking around, it's been 10 minutes, I haven't seen anybody else.
Right. Yeah.
First person I see, I start to shoot them, they turn around, they kill me right away because they have the top gun, they have the
Right.
top armor, you know, I've outflanked this person and I snuck up on him and I hit him hard with a sniper rifle, and then they just turn around and light me up because they have
Right.
the highest body armor and all that, and it just for me, it just got to the point where I'm like, I'm not seeing anybody. In theory, I could play a whole game. You could win most battle royale games without ever firing a shot.
I did
And
once.
oh, but what was that with a team?
No, I was just playing. I think I played solo one, and
Oh, see
they
that
died in the storm, and I didn't
see
even
that
kill
upsets me
anybody.
to no end. Like, good on you, well played, but like that just
I
that
think
blows my
I
mind.
think I think we did do that too, and I mean we did kill people in the past, but when I play with I think Unbound and KKR, like it's just one team with. Of course, we killed some people. Um,
Yeah.
it was like we won basically the storm won the game
Mhm.
for us.
So yes, I will say that mixed with the Boba Fett skin, I think there's a Mandalorian skin. Those, you know, for anybody who's listened to the podcast before, and you can tell by my current username BeskarSnake, and those of you that cannot see on Spotify, but anyway, go check out the YouTube channel so you can see as well. Um, those are more tempting, but it's still just the battle royale genre. Because I've tried PUBG, I've tried Fortnite, I've tried the Call of Duty one. I can't remember what it's called. I I think I played Apex Legends like twice and just really didn't like it that much. So I've given some of them a go, but it's just not my game. The only one that I've played to any length really since PUBG is the Final Fantasy mobile one. Um, and surprisingly, that one was kind of fun. But I also haven't touched that in a little while. They actually just came out with season two. They added a dragoon, which is kind of cool, but it just wasn't enough to keep me going. So, um, yeah, maybe you guys can convince me to come play
But
sometime soon to raise money. Um, But yeah, on that
I get it.
KKR, that is the biggest. Like I said, I'm not necessarily. I don't want to say this too loudly because you're going to hear it. I'm not necessarily against playing them. It's just personally, most of the time, I'd rather play something else. I mean, if it's with
Right.
you guys, obviously, good people, good friends, good fun.
We're okay.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Hey, you got to work with what you
Yeah, right.
but yeah,
Give a
so
little, take a little.
the, yeah, the very long answer that KKR is looking for, that's it. That
Right.
is, it's just the genre. And like I said, I've tried a few different ones. It's just not my style. Um, but yes, the no building definitely makes it enticing. That does give me more reason or more um I can't think of the word right now, but I guess there's more of a chance that I would be willing to try it out again with no building in it. So,
All right. Good to know. Good to know. Cool. Anyways, what I played is yeah, same thing. Practicing for ELU with Mario Kart with you and Unbounded and every week, and we've been playing Fall Guys last week to
I forgot
kind of.
about. Oh, I need to practice Fall Guys.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
we'll try to do it this Thursday, so you're welcome to join. It's a, I mean,
Forgot about that one.
I don't Unbound won some crowns last week, and then
Nice.
I haven't won one. So it's actually harder than you think. It's a tough game.
I think the biggest problem is the people that are still playing it are the ones that are really good, really understand the games, really
Right.
understand. So it just makes it that much more difficult, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll see. For been raising money for today actually. You can watch me today at this stream every Sunday for a bit. Me and Unbound and KKR and Dancing Ratsko and some other streamers are raising money for leukemia and lymphomia. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, we're doing that every Sunday. We've been playing Resident Evil 5 again. I know that's your favorite game. No, I mean, no,
At least
it's
it's
just
better than four.
I mean, whoa, those are fighting words. No, it's the first, well, I think it's the first co-op game that in the existence of Resident. Man, I might be mistaken. Look, I'm not too
No,
much of
I
a.
think you're right. I'm not. You know me. I'm not
I
a giant
think
Resident Evil fan, but I'm pretty
Resident
sure.
Evil 6 you could, but when I tried to play with Unbounded, we couldn't get it to work, and I don't know. I heard bad things about 6 anyways. I've been playing a little bit, so I'll be honest with you. One of my favorite streamers to watch is Wurtrell. If you don't know him, he's I'm watching him as we speak. I'm just kidding, a little bit. He's a Trackmania speedrunner, and he, if you don't know that game, it's a very old free to play. Well, it was free to play. It's not free to play anymore. Racing game. Uh, it's one of those speed cars. I can't think of, like a Formula One car, and you race and all these things. So I thought to launch Trackmania Stadium again. Play it, and I was like, "Yep, I'm still garbage." But it's just always like I think we obviously mentioned this before. It's always like good influence to watch like these speedrunners because like yeah, you never played Super Mario, but like for me who watches Super Mario, I'm like, you know what? Let's give it a go. I know I never played Super Mario World, but let's just give it a try. Like
Never played Super Mario World?
no. Look, I didn't get to Mario until 64. Look, I didn't have my first system really. Well, we had a Sega Genesis, and then it was Nintendo 64, and I think I obviously talked about this before. Is that really my first generation console is the 64, and then Super Mario. I think that's where I got into Mario. Is Mario 64. And that kind of makes sense because, I was in that age frame of 13-year-old kid and kind of a newish system came out, like 3 years old or whatever. And so, I think it's 2001. Anyways, regardless, it's a relatively new system. And now I want to know. Uh, Nintendo 64. But, is one of the first games, 1996. So, yeah, definitely a little bit late, but I guess that's one of the first systems, at least in our generation, that first came out. So, yeah, holds near dear in heart. But I was saying like these speedrunners build such a good community of like trying to like obviously try to get other like like he reads chat once in a while say oh man yeah, I got into Super Mario Super Mario because of you or Trackmania because of you and
Yeah. No.
like they're trying to get obviously more speedrunners to participate to build this like community and stuff. It's really cool to see. But yeah, I've been playing also Aperture Desk Job. So we
I
didn't
forgot about that.
we didn't mention this at all yet, but the new Switch, a new well console, I guess, is a Steam Deck. I'm not sure if you want to touch on it a little bit, but apparently
I want one. That's all I want to
that's
say
it.
about it.
I mean,
sad that I don't have one.
so the thing is, I don't know if I would. Not right now. I mean, I just feel like there's no games I would want to play, you know. And I assume it comes. It's like the Steam. It's like that Steam
Steam
where
Link.
the stream. Yeah, thank you. Steam Link where you like connect it to. I assume it's like that where you have to have your computer. I assume. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I assume it's something like that.
I I think you're right. I'm not. I didn't look into it a whole lot
Me
because I knew
neither.
the more that I searched into it, the more I was gonna want it, and the more I was just gonna spend the money to buy it. So honestly, I didn't look all the details. But I think how it is I believe as long as your computer is connected,
Right.
I think if you like let's say you go to another state or something, I think as long as your computer is on
On.
and connected, I think you're basically just accessing your computer
Right. And
like a
playing it
server.
there and playing it.
I
Yeah.
think so. I don't
It's like the
believe, and
Steam Link, basically.
I believe so. I think it is. I think it's basically
I
just the
mean, I'm
Steam Link
assuming
in a handheld
handheld thing.
device.
Right.
Um,
I don't know.
but yeah,
I don't know. What I've heard from NerdCube before it's released. Check out his. He brings out news articles every once in a while. So basically, he said, "Don't buy the cheapest one. Buy the middle one because that makes like better sense for everyone." So spend a little bit more. At least that's what it sounded like. I mean, I'll have to go back and maybe read the reviews and stuff, but I don't know. Right now, I don't know. I just don't feel like. But anyways, the Aperture Desk Job is meant for to test out like your controls on the Steam Deck. It is also you could play it. You have to play it on a controller, so I play, which felt weird, but it's a short 15-minute, 43-minute game, or 50. I think it's 30 minutes. I played it twice, kind of. But it's a cute kind of nostalgia for Stanley Parable, getting me ready for Stanley Parable. Very kind of cute, and of course Portal like and really good. Um, yeah, that's about it. I
really
just
quick.
yeah.
I think I could be wrong. Just in my 5 seconds of googling,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like the Steam Deck is a PC itself.
Mm,
I think it is a portable. I think you just log into your account. It
weird.
says that you can they have dynamic cloud sync
Mm,
where you can, suspend your game on your Steam Deck and then immediately go to your PC and play it. But I think it's its own self-contained system.
yeah, weird.
I
Well,
believe. Like I said, that don't
I'm
take
wrong.
my word on that. No, I
But
thought the same thing as you. I thought you were just
I mean, I would assume
accessing.
it would be like that. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of pointless. I mean, I just don't feel like right now. I just like, there's no games. Yeah, there's a few that maybe be cool, but it's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to spend $500 on that.
Yeah, but
Uh,
no, if it really is that, if it is, you don't have to have a PC and
mm,
you can just,
then that's more
download it and
tempting.
have. I shouldn't have looked that up.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, Smokinace. Now it
this
made
is
me
all
spend.
your
Look,
fault.
well, look, give me feedback if you do, or other people listening. Let us know if you have it, and I'm jealous. Uh, right now, yeah, just hold off on it, just like everything else.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, and the thing there too is it's very I think it's very obvious for anyone who has listened to this podcast before. I am very much an early adopter and you very much are not.
Right.
I am the impatient. I want it
I want
now.
it now,
And
especially
I
a new
want it in my
system.
hands, even if
I
I'm playing it
mean,
and it crumbles apart.
you're
I
still
want it.
waiting for PS5 and or Xbox Series X, you know.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
have my PS5.
Oh, did you? You
Oh,
got one?
yeah, I got my PS5 a long time ago. Oh
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
I got very lucky. I was actually getting ready to stream, and one of my buddies, no, I was in the middle of a stream, and one of my buddies messaged me because he knew I was looking for one, and he said, "Hey, this link." I went pop pop pop, got it taken care of, and
Nice.
got it pre-ordered and all that. So yeah, I got mine release day.
Nice.
Um, so yeah,
Lucky. Nice.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I probably
I
wouldn't.
counted my blessings and I counted my stars, but oh, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. But
Yeah.
again, that just ties to, again, I'm very much the early adopter. You know, I want new shiny things right now. I don't want to wait
Mm,
10 years or 5 years or a week.
yeah.
um, so yeah, anywho, I'm as always getting off on a tangent.
No, it's fine. No, it's good because we forgot to kind of mention it anyways. But at least please look. I think for sure. Don't quote me, but don't buy the cheap one. I think at least that's what
I
again. That's what I heard because
Yeah, I
you
think
have
you're right.
more capabilities and obviously
Yeah,
like you
if
won't be
you're gonna go
streaming.
for it,
Might as well spend the money. But yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I don't know. I got my own things though. But it felt like the same way for my 3060 because this was during, well, they're starting to be able to buy a little bit easier now, but back in the pandemic era, quote unquote, it's hard to get hands on a new graphics card, and I forgot what website it is, but you basically could enter in. I think it's kind of like a wait list, but I think it was like random that like, okay,
Mm.
Smokinace got it, this person got it, BeskarSnake got it, and then you're given the opportunity to buy it, and then if you don't buy it, obviously it gets to a different person. But my friend got it, and I was like, "Oh, lucky," and I paid her, and she gave it to me. So I felt the same. I was like, "Oh my god," but no, it's cool. But yeah. Anyways, so let's get to the subject at hand here. Today we're just gonna talk about gambling. I know we kind of talked about this a little bit before on like DLC, maybe part of that podcast. I think one of our earliest ones. But I thought, it's kind of a separate entity on gambling, like age restrictions or what have you, whether you like it or not. Like, I don't know, maybe somebody sitting in this podcast might hate it or something. And maybe had a poker tournament of some kind. But yeah, I thought it's a good topic to just touch base on, and kind of go a little bit in depth about what let's start off with just like gambling itself, as in like card gambling, and I will start with that. So, in terms of your opinion, sir, like what, like let's say, look, I'm 16 years old, right? And I found, man, I don't remember what's even a poker site anymore. Uh,
Party Poker, Poker
Party
Stars,
Poker. Yeah, I think it was
WPT,
Poker Stars. I think I
probably
was.
Poker Stars.
I was under. I will say I was underage when I tried it. I did play Poker Stars when I was 16. It was fun.
I definitely never
Never. I
did.
mean, wait, never, never. I never did. But if I were 16-year-old Jimmy, right, playing Poker
Who's
Star,
Jimmy?
is what would, like, what your opinion of that would be like? Do you feel, hey Jimmy, come on, parents got to do better? No, I'm just kidding. And look, we all did it. Do you feel like, no, little Jimmy really needs to be age restricted to 21 in there, but to even access it? I knew PokerStars was free during that time, but do do you feel like do you feel like uh is that okay? Is that something he should wait? Um, what do you feel?
So with in case those people that don't know, that don't like gambling, that don't gamble themselves or anything like that, most online poker um, websites and apps and things like that, they have free to play
Mm-hmm.
because in many U.S. states it is still illegal, just in general, whether you're of age or not, to gamble real money online.
Right.
So a lot of websites and everything have free play and they have free chips and things like that. So you can log in like there's thousands, well maybe not thousands, but there's hundreds, dozens, all of this of poker apps that you can download and they're completely free. You don't have to pay any money to play them. Any game you play in poker isn't real money. You're not putting in $5 and with the potential to win money or anything like that. So in that instance, I don't see a problem with anybody playing free play poker. I, I I look at it as it's no different than playing any other video game.
Right.
There's no stakes of being of losing real money. There's
Right.
there's no real world impact. There's no real world direct impact of play money gambling. It's I look at it. It's no different than me playing a Mega Man X. I'm playing a game. I'm being entertained. I'm trying to beat other people. A better analogy, maybe playing Call of Duty. I'm gambling that my reflexes, my weapon, my vision, my tactics are going to be better than yours, and
Right.
that I'm going to shoot you before you're going to shoot me. What's the difference between me having you and me having 100 chips, and now I'm just trying to get all your chips? And this is a bit of a stretch, but it can teach math in a
Mm.
way. You
Yeah.
can learn odds, you can learn just percentages of like the pot or something
Mm-hmm.
like so to speak. You learn like, oh, if two people go all in, you can split a pot and you figure out how much each person gets because of how many chips they had. So in a very loose way, if you study well, not in a loose way, if you really study poker, you can learn a lot about odds, you can learn a lot about winning percentages and percentages of which cards are going to be dealt, what the percentage of receiving each hand is going to be based on how many players. There's a lot of math if you want to dig into it. You don't have to. For anybody who wants to play poker, you don't have to know a lick of math.
Right.
Especially online, because online you don't have to know. You don't have to know. Well, you don't have to know for certain which hand beats which hand, because the computer is going to figure that out for you. It's going to tell you whether you won or lost.
Right.
Yes, it's beneficial if you know the hand order because yeah, you're going to know, okay, well I have a flush and that's pretty dang good, so I should bet more. I should stay in this hand, or well, I don't have anything, so I should probably um I should probably fold or something like that. So, yeah, to get back to the main question, I don't have any problem personally with somebody who is, to a certain extent, obviously, 2-year-old Jimmy probably shouldn't be playing poker,
2-year-old.
mostly because, he's not going to be able to understand the concept. It isn't necessarily as straightforward as some other games like Tetris or even Fortnite. Fortnite is pretty straightforward. It's a little more complex, but it's still pretty straightforward of what you're supposed to do. Um, and with the caveat that with anything else video game related, to make sure that if you do want to play poker for real money later in life, once you're of legal age, to know your limits.
Right.
Just there was a comedian. I don't remember who it was, but it's saying that, oh, well, if violent video games make you violent, then Madden makes me an NFL quarterback.
Right.
And it's not a one-to-one. And
Right.
that's a whole different subject that we could talk about in a different podcast. But as long as you understand that if you're going to play real poker, or real money poker, that does have real world influences and effects on your life.
Yeah, consequences.
Yeah, you can make a job out of it. You absolutely can. But one of the reasons I would never want to make a job out of playing poker is because then I'm no longer playing it for fun.
Right.
Now it's, if I don't win, I don't eat. If I don't win, I don't get to have a roof over my head.
Right.
It's not a fun, game at that point. It's a job. And just like any other job, you have to treat it like a job.
Right.
If when I go to work on Monday, I know that for every hour that I put in, I'm going to get a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to digitally hand me some made up numbers in the ether
Right.
for that. You could go to a poker room and play 6 hours of poker and you could walk out with nothing.
Right.
You could walk out with less than you started with. Now, yes, you could walk out with,
$10
a
million.
substantial amount more. Yeah, absolutely. You could join a poker tournament and you could play in that tournament for, 3 days and you could win a bunch of money or you could, not win anything. So, yeah, in summary, I don't have any problem with somebody who is old enough um, to understand just how poker works and the consequences of possibly playing it. Sorry,
Doggo.
uh,
That's fine.
possibly playing it, in the real world with real money. That you just have to take that into account.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be agreeable. Like, I mean, I feel like, I was watching poker tournaments on TV, and then, of course, yeah, they advertise poker stars and stuff. I'm like, yeah, poker stars. I'm 16, and and I was like, oh, free to play. Let's go. But I actually started to study, of course, liked some good poker players. Watched them play, and obviously, like you said, odds and obviously, okay, there's 6, 3, and 8 on the table, and I have a 7 and an ace. Okay, what are the chances now that an ace is going to come up? You know what I'm saying? Or what have you. There's obviously some strategy to it, per se, of, okay, well, these cards are out, but I don't think I'm going to get an ace pulled, or what have you. Obviously, you know the situation and odds than I do. To learn, I guess, to cheat per se. No, count cards. No. Think about, well, should I keep going? Should I roll those dice about, well, I just have 2 more well, technically 4 more cards to wait on, and one of them has to be an ace, to win, to at least, yeah, or what have you. So there's always some strategy, and I think I would agree, like, maybe, I mean, I wouldn't know those stats about, okay, well, if I played at 16 and I've been losing all this money on freepokerstars.net, and other gambling places are available, by the way. We can't think of it. But anyways, please gamble responsibly. Anyways, I should have said that at the start. But anyways, yeah, I guess, like, I guess I wouldn't know the stats about, well, little Jimmy technically lost $3,000 today. While now little Jimmy is not gonna, like, oh, I could have lost 3,000 real world money that I don't have. Yeah, maybe that's a good thought process. Okay, think about it this way now. Put this back on your court. What if Jimmy had his mom's credit card? Oh,
No.
okay. That's
Again, and that comes down to the individual. I've been playing poker. I couldn't even tell you when I started. We'd play at friends' houses, and we'd just throw $5 in or something. It wasn't
right,
anything crazy.
right.
We never did that. Absolutely,
Never, never.
not at all.
All right.
But and I've never been so addicted to gambling that, I go to the casino and I blow all my money or
Well,
something.
I won at this friend's game. I'm gonna win. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I always could see that distinction, and I've always looked at poker as fun. Like the way I look at going to any casino for any gambling at all, period. And what I tell a lot of people is go into a casino expecting to lose every penny you
lose
put in.
money. The dealer's
Go,
always gonna win, basically.
yeah, it's go into it and figure out how much that you can afford to lose and
Uh-huh.
assume that you're going to lose all of that.
Right.
Because when it comes down to the end of it, it comes down to the end of the day. A good kind of side example. I have a lot of people that I've talked to in the past that they say, "Oh, well, how could you gamble? How could you ever play poker? How could you ever play blackjack? How could you ever go to a casino?" And I asked them, do you go to a bar? And I said, "Oh yeah, I love to go to a bar, maybe have a drink or two or something." Going to a bar, you're paying money for
For a
entertainment.
service. All right.
Exactly. You're going there for whether it's for live music or to just hang out with people, to dance, to drink, maybe to eat food or something. You're paying money to have an experience.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to a baseball game to have an experience. You're going to a hockey game to have an experience. You go ice skating. You're paying for those experiences.
Right.
It's no different going to a casino, except what I always say is if you're going to a bar and if you're going to drink alcohol or even just pop or water or something, if you're going to pay for that, you are literally going to pee your money away later.
Right.
If you go to a casino, yeah, there's a good chance you're going to lose your money, but there's the potential for you to walk out of there with more money.
Right.
If you go into a bar and you buy a beer,
You're not
you're
gonna come
never
out.
going to get that money back. You're
Yeah.
never going to come
Unless
out
it's
positive.
a bar trivia night.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, exactly. If there's some game or somebody buys your drinks or, barring those,
please drink responsibly.
yes,
Sorry.
absolutely. Be of legal
Can we
age
get
and drink.
smoking up in this podcast? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Let's hit the whole thing. Why not? No, just kidding.
But yeah, go into a casino expecting to just pay money to have a good time.
Mm,
Hopefully you win. I hope
right.
everybody who enjoys gambling, I hope you go to a casino and you can walk out with more.
Right. But you're
But
not
as
gonna.
long yeah, the odds are against you. That's one of the things I like about poker is you're playing against other people. You're not playing against the casino as much. The
Right.
casino has no advantage to you playing poker.
Yeah.
Because you're not playing the casino at that point. You're playing other people.
Right.
I also like playing blackjack because the casino has one of the lowest advantages in blackjack versus, say, the slots or something like that. But but yeah, as long as you go into a casino, don't ever get any more money out.
Right.
Go in with what you
With what
can
you have,
afford.
just avoid
Yeah,
the ATMs. Well, I mean, they're gonna charge you anyway, so that $100 you take out the ATM is gonna be 115,
I
or
don't even
depending
want to
how
know
the
what
fees are.
yeah, I don't even want to know what the fees of a casino
ATM.
ATM are. It makes me a little queasy just thinking about
You're
it right
right. I'm sorry.
now.
Right. Let alone
But
other ATMs that are accessible that are
yeah,
charged
exactly.
$3 or whatever.
So if you determine that, you know what, I can afford $100, I can afford losing $100, get $100 out in cash
Right, and
before
that's
you
it.
go.
And then like throw your wallet away. Do not
Lock,
just bring your
but
ID.
bring your ID.
Yes.
Put if you think you're going to be tempted, put your wallet, put your credit cards in your car, lock them
Right.
up.
Right.
If you're at a hotel, lock them in your hotel. Just so that way you don't just go, well, I just need five more. Because unfortunately, for some people, that can happen.
Right.
You go, oh well, I lost this 100. I'll just get another 10 out, and then I can easily make that 100 back. And
Right.
then and that can spiral, and that's when it can become an issue, and that's when it can become an addiction and a problem. And I hope that nobody experiences that. But if you do, I hope that you can recognize that and you can seek the help, to help that because
Right.
that's not beneficial to anyone.
Right.
But yeah, if you look at gambling and casinos as entertainment and you treat them as entertainment, it's a fun thing to do. It's a fun hobby to have. It's a fun thing to do every once in a while. Get a group of people together and go to a casino for a night.
Mm-hmm.
Say, all right, we're gonna spend 3 hours here, and don't go past that 3 hours, or
Mm-hmm.
set limits.
Right.
Obviously, limits is the big thing. Um, Speaking of really quick on online poker,
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I turned 21
Uh-huh.
the February
I was gonna say
before.
yesterday, happy birthday. No, just kidding. You're like, I wish.
I turned 21
Uh-huh.
the February before Black Friday, April
Mm.
15th,
Mm.
when online poker became illegal.
Yikes.
So I got to experience online real money poker for
Once and all.
2 months, and I got to play like I think I played because I only put like $5 or $10 or something, and I played the 1 cent, 2 cent games. I didn't play a ton of money, but yeah, and that I was so frustrated when that happened. And 2 months after I turned 21 and I could finally legally play poker online for real money, it was just taken away.
Yeah, I mean, I think John Oliver. I do watch John Oliver, so I'm sorry about that. Um,
Oh
he
no,
he
sorry.
he made a good point on like FanDuel and like actual like betting on. And he made a good segment on it where it's like, oh, these need to be regulated better because like I forgot really the skit that he talked about. But definitely recommend like watching that one. But it is good. Like definitely some states like need to do better on like kind of like because obviously you can win money, but obviously for someone like you probably has a better chance than someone like me, and we kind of experienced that like, well, I think, in my opinion, you did a random draw with the hockey thing. Like we did that for Extra Life, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like that was cool, and I don't know what happened to it, by the way. But we're all here to like, obviously, and you had that poker tournament. We're yeah, $5, and hey, so if I lose, hey, it's $5 to someone else's Extra Life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's $5 to again, it was rigged. I was losing. I just wanted to beat you, and it would have been. And then the
Oh,
pandemic happened, and
oh,
I think we had to
dang.
cancel it. I think I don't
Yeah. Hey,
remember.
hey, how did our matchup go?
I think you were winning like pretty much the whole time. I was drafting players that I liked, and you know, I think it was rigged. But no, it's cool. I think it was through Yahoo, and it's kind of nice setup and stuff. But like, yeah, I just feel like you know something like that. Yeah, we could do for fun, but like something it's hard to manage if you're like 16 and got access to it and got your mom's credit card. And well, I assume if you win money, they're gonna check your ID or something. But
Yeah, since I haven't,
if it's like $5 or something, like
yeah, since I haven't done, and to any extent, to any real extent, any online gambling, I'm not sure exactly how the payout works.
all right.
I don't know exactly how. Okay, if I enter this tournament and I win $1,000, I don't I don't know how you go about that and how you
Mm-hmm.
verify and all that.
Well, also
But
people like legit like like if they're real crazy, like people obviously it's not necessarily skill or luck anymore. People literally go like are brainiacs into like, okay, this pitcher is good this day on this rainy night, and I'm gonna pick him. I'm gonna remove him if it's not raining or what. Like they go into stats. I can't words today about I'm gonna pull players when it's not raining or whatever, and obviously home or away they do better this way and they do worse this way, and they're very tactical and they do trades at a certain time, like, and people win actual money because of being really technical about it. And it's like me and you obviously just play it for fun, where you're picking probably baseball players that you like or that you think are good. I'm gonna pick players that I probably do the same thing where it randomly is it picks it for me. Because besides obviously Brewers, I don't really know. I mean, I barely know the Brewers, really, to be honest with you. I don't even
Yeah,
know any. Uh,
I fully,
I
I
mean, even
completely
the
understand where you're coming from.
even I just went to a hockey game for my local Milwaukee Admirals, and I was like, I don't even know, maybe two players now. I'm like, because they're all in and out like of the league, and it's hard to
Yeah.
keep track of them. I mean, obviously for major leagues. Anyways, we're getting into sports. We're here about video games. So, in terms of, let's get off that topic for a little bit. So, when I mentioned this to Smoking Ace, he also asked, "What about like loot crates and stuff? What do you think about gambling of loot crates? So I'm spending some kind of money, or to get this rare box. So what do you think about that?
I dislike it
Okay.
a lot. My first experience, my first experience with loot crates was in Counter-Strike Global
Hmm.
Offensive.
Hmm.
They had crates. You could win the crates in games. So
All
you
right.
could just play a game. Maybe
And
you
win
win,
it.
maybe you lose. You might win a crate.
Mm.
You couldn't unlock that crate unless you bought a key. So
Right.
you unlock this, or I'm sorry, not you unlock, but you win this one crate, say, and then it shows you all the different weapon skins
Mm.
um that you could get. Now keep in mind, for Counter Strike, the only things that were in the crates were skins, so they were just visual for your guns.
All right.
You could also win knives as well, but you could win just visual uh, skins to put on your guns. It didn't affect the, the damage output. It didn't affect the fire rate. It didn't affect anything other than the look of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm playing a game, when I see progression in a game, I want to know what I'm moving towards. Show me, okay, like old school Call of Duty. Let's say Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I knew at level whatever it was, you unlocked the M4.
Mm.
So, okay, I'm playing along. I want to unlock that M4. I can get to that M4. Now, with loot crates, you go, okay, I want to unlock the M4. But I've got to either buy all these loot crates or play enough to unlock these loot crates. And then it's a random draw to maybe get that M4.
Mm.
Like the biggest example, I forgot to look this up ahead of time, but the biggest example,
God, I'm prepared for a stream. Oh god.
right?
God, we never
Um,
done that before. Sorry.
how long to unlock everything? There was a big issue with Star
Mm.
Wars Battlefront 2.
Right.
Um, and so a guy figured it out that for a $60 game, um, it would cost approximate if you just wanted to buy, and you couldn't even just buy specific skins or anything like that. To buy everything, this article has it in British pounds, but it was £1,600 to unlock everything. Now, if you wanted to play for free, you get a loot box every day, and you can buy them using in-game currency. It would take approximately, as long as you earn in-game credits at a rate of 1,100 per hour, it would take, these are again just based on calculations they did. It would take 4,528 hours, or just over 188 real world days, to unlock everything in that game.
Dang.
That those are real numbers, well calculated, but those are potential real figures. That right there, it is enough for me. Okay, it's $2,100 at the time of this article, which was 5 years ago or something. Yeah,
It's
2017.
$2,096, by the way. I calculated.
Wow.
According
Okay,
to
so it's one up. Yeah, yeah. That 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 for me is enough of a number that I go, I hate loot crates. I despise them.
I could buy a new computer with that money.
Absolutely.
Put a
How
down
many,
payment on a car.
how many $60 games could you buy? How many
Jeez.
collector's editions of games could you buy for that? Like you said, you could buy a whole car, used car. You could put a big down payment on a car. You, if you want to put 4,500 hours into a game, by all means, please do that over many years,
Right.
and please pay attention to other things in your life and
Besides
take
that.
care of yourself.
Yeah.
But if you want to do that, by all means, go for it. That's fine. But when it's that 4,500 hours just to unlock everything that's in the game, and even then you're going on chance, that's
Right.
not right.
Yeah.
I know there are some countries that they have deemed loot boxes as gambling.
Right.
Because I don't see how they're not. The fact that there is any governing group that can look at a loot box and not say that it's gambling, and this is coming from me, who I'm a big
Ooh,
fan of gambling. I
gambling.
enjoy gambling. It is no different than spinning a roulette wheel.
Right. And trying to hit 19.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
There is
someone's gonna put money on 19 next time they're gonna go.
if you do, please put in the comments below.
Yeah,
And if you
and
win it
then
big, donate to Extra Life.
give us the cut. Oh yeah, and actually give us a cut and also donate to actually.
Ooh, I like it. I
Both.
like
You
your
gotta
negotiating better.
do both. Half us,
Ooh,
half the actually.
deal. But yeah, there is no difference, like I said, between me buying a $2 loot box
Right.
and me putting $2 on a roulette wheel.
Right.
If you want to buy skins in a game, fine.
Right.
But for me, it should be okay. If like I can't words either. For Fortnite,
Right.
if I want to buy, I don't know if you can. I honestly don't know this. Can you buy specific skins?
Yeah.
So if I want to buy that Boba Fett skin, I can just go in and buy that.
You just buy it. Yeah.
I don't want to go in and pay $5 and then have a chance
To win
to
it.
win that
Right.
Boba Fett skin.
Yeah.
No, if I'm giving you $2 or I'm giving you $1 or I'm giving you $5, I want to know exactly what I'm getting. Yes, there is some excitement in the loot crates.
Yeah.
I bought a couple keys for Counter-Strike, and I ended up getting a butterfly knife.
Right.
And I ended up selling that butterfly knife
And
on the
you're an
Steam
idiot.
store,
No, I'm just kidding.
and I got a good amount of money for that butterfly knife.
Right.
But I haven't bought a loot crate since. I haven't bought a single key in that game. I haven't bought anything in addition to it. And I hate the business model.
Right.
I hate it. I hate pay to win, which we talked about that a little bit before, I think. And I know that loot crates are I think the way that they have skirted calling it gambling is because it's not unlocking any items that affect the gameplay generally.
Right.
It's not like, oh, in Fortnite I can get a loot crate and I can potentially get this gun
That no
that
one
I
else
fire
has.
and I just automatically win.
Right.
It just gives I unlock this loot crate and I get a button that just goes, I win. But yeah, I do not like
I mean,
the.
anyways, go on.
Oh no, I'm just rambling now, as I tend to do. I'm getting
I
fired
just
up.
I feel like also Spiff and Brett made this like whole YouTube thing. I never understood. I mean, literally, I was playing TF2 at the time with Elmo Cinema and other people. One of my friends, like, I was like, what are these loot crates for? Like, what? I get these, and oh, you got to get keys. I'm like, well, when does that happen? Like, you got to buy it? I'm like, what's the point of that then? Like, or you got to do this. It's like, well, I'm just playing this for fun. Like, for me, it just doesn't do anything for me. And then for what? To get stuff. I mean, I think one time, like, it was cool, like, for sure, like, that, I think I bought something Bioshock related, like the DLC, and if you bought the DLC, you get this TF2 item. Like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna buy that. Been playing TF2. I got like the mask or whatever, and okay, now I have something that, unless people have done that. Oh, and yeah, we'll talk about that too. If people done that, they get the masks too, right? So that makes sense. Like, and then, so we forgot to talk about Tiny's Tina's Wonderland. Uh, are you gonna get it?
I haven't yet. I'm kind of following with what I did last year. I'm trying to beat some things before I do because I have Elden Ring. I got Horizon Forbidden West that I haven't played yet.
Yeah.
So I do want to get it because I'm really excited about that. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm really pumped for it. But I have not bought it yet. But I will get it eventually.
But yeah, if you bought Tiny's Tina's Wonderland and you have Fortnite, you get a stallion. They now have
You get what stallion?
You get, yeah, as a like a glider. But we just me and Unbound played the other day, and you could buy it with Fortnite things. Well, I mean, luckily enough, up until yesterday's, I think some of their proceeds went to Ukraine benefits. So I was
Yes.
like, I bought the crew, and I was like, you know what, some of that's going to go to, at least I think.
See, that's a
Right.
a whole different ball game right there.
Right.
You know, that just like with the poker tournament,
Hmm.
we weren't gambling in a sense of, okay, we're all going to put in this money, whoever wins gets it.
Right.
It was going to be money. It'd be no different than me donating to your extra life, you donating to Jake's extra life,
Right.
Jake donating to so and so, and Billy and Bobby and Tommy and Tina and Jasmine and all that. It just gave a different. It gave us a fun little way to, hey, how are we going to distribute that money to charity?
Right.
So just like you said there, if there were loot crates or something that go to benefiting a good cause, just for example, using a real world example, the Ukraine or something else like that, that's
Yeah, that's cool.
that you're no
Look,
longer gambling at that point. You're just,
well, again, you get something that's in the game that you like, and again, same thing. But like, yeah, I mean, I was mentioning earlier, Spiffing Brett literally does this. I mean, he probably still, I don't know if he does. I assume he could. Is that you can play with the Steam market? You play with the market, and he bought like these pickles, and you could. It's basically like stocks that you could buy and sell. Like if he bought like some of it, so that means there's less of them, so the prices go up, and then he sells it for a bigger price, and he gets back in return, just like stocks and are now. So it's just like, and he has these pickles now, like that he sold for twice as much money that he got bought just for like a penny or something. Now he bought it for like selling it for like 5 cents now. So
and
it's
that's
just
exactly what I do with that butterfly knife in Counter Strike. I
right.
saw how the market was going, and
Sold it.
I sold it for substantially more than I paid for that
Right.
key,
Right.
in there. But that again, that's something else. You can't do that with many games.
Right.
At least with games off of Steam. Like if I'm playing a game on PlayStation that has loot boxes, I can't sell it on the Steam marketplace. Or if I'm playing an Xbox game, I can't sell that on the Steam marketplace or a Switch game or something. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think overall, I just, yeah, for fun, like we said, I think just gambling just for, regardless of, I mean, I would say above 16. I'd say, for free. Do it for free. Do not gamble. Do not take your credit card, Jimmy, of your mom. Do not take
man,
your
put it
mom's
down
credit.
right now.
Don't put it down. At least donate it. At least put it to Extra Life if you're gonna steal
Yeah,
mom's credit card. I'm just kidding.
exactly.
Don't do that either.
Wow.
No.
Robot attack does not
Right.
condone
Does not steal any
credit
member
card or anything,
or anything.
charity or otherwise. Now, little Jimmy, if you are listening, ask your mother if
Or
it is
bad
okay for you
influence.
guys to download and then show your mom
Extra Life.
extralife.org/scouter715
Yeah.
and ask her to donate money
Right.
to help out.
Yeah. or BeskarSnake. Well, I assume you're still smoking Ace on Extra Life.
No, I actually swapped.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, BeskarSnake on Extra Life. Look either of us up and donate, or any other Extra Lifers. There's hundreds of them.
Oh yeah, just type in, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, just type Extra Life, you're gonna find
hundreds
people, and there's so many good people out there raising.
Yeah,
One quick
but
side
anyways.
note that I will say about loot boxes
Uh-huh.
is, if you find them entertaining, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
I'm not here to tell you how to play games.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that I will say, the one little I'll throw my hat in the ring. I'll throw my I'll throw my hat in the ring. I'll throw my 2 cents in. Is set a limit.
Yeah.
Just like with
set a limit with anything. All right,
just
in
set
life.
a limit. Whether it's gaming, whether it's loot boxes, or say, hey, you know what? I really like that chance. I really like that idea, that opportunity that I could win that new skin.
Mm-hmm.
Set a limit. Say, this is just an arbitrary number, but say, okay, I'll buy 5 loot boxes.
Right.
If I don't get it in those 5, all right.
That's fine.
That's that.
That's $5. So at least I got some skins I kind of like. So let's, that's fine.
Exactly. So yeah, we're not here to tell you how to play games. We're not here to tell you how to spend your money. Play games how you want. That's what video games are made for. That's what entertainment's for, is be entertained how you want to, in a way that doesn't hurt you or anybody else.
Right.
So if you enjoy loot boxes, by all means, buy loot boxes, unlock loot boxes, have fun with it.
Right.
To a limit, just like anything else.
Right. Definitely. Just set a limit. I mean, even just like you said, even buying, just video games itself, just buying, just like, I'm bad for buying stuff.
Never set a limit. I will never.
I will keep buying those video games, Scouter. Just with I mean, we all, me and Smoking Ace, donate to charity. Yeah, I love to spend. If I could, I would spend $1,000 every day to donate. I'd love to spend $1 million on BeskarSnake's Extra Life, but I can't. I just
little me.
Yeah, I know. $1 million a day, but I have a limit. I have a job. I have a car payment. I have a life to. I also like to spend money on this. I'm spending money on putting this podcast on Spotify. I don't have. Spend money wisely. It's just that's the end of this plug is spend what you can, and even if you can't spend money, at least like, hey, Smoking Ace, BeskarSnake, check out this Extra Life page, Scouters15. He does great stuff on YouTube, or Twitter, whatever, what have you. Share it to somebody and just like put it as a bookmark to be like, hey, I'm gonna save $5 a day to save up for this desk or whatever, and maybe set up a Patreon or a coffee to have it go. That shipping some of your own money on it.
And a side note, if you are a millionaire and you're listening to this podcast,
Scouter15, and then BeskarSnake, right?
BeskarSnake Extra Life channels or Extra Life pages. If you've got money that you need to burn,
right,
by all means.
Yeah.
I know 2.
Yeah, at least 2
hospitals that would greatly benefit from any excess money.
At least 2. I could think of hundreds. Yeah. Anyways, but no, good conversation. I know. Again, we had this conversation, I guess, a little bit on on a DLC item, but we kind of wanted to go back and touch base on it. Look, and I apologize for being late. I know we missed the month of March. You get 2 this month, all right, for the price of 1. Yeah. So please, I apologize. We were busy I was busy. I'm busy. We're all busy people. This is just for fun, and I appreciate Smoking Ace and Beskars. I keep saying Smoking Ace. I keep forgetting you.
Hey, I've told people.
I know. Look, check out Jerkface. Got it. No, just kidding. Deal. No. Okay, check out Jerkface007 here. No, just kidding. No, check for real. BeskarSnake, he's a great friend of mine. Been friends, God, 5 years. I don't even know.
It's been a while now.
Yeah,
It's been
so and he now puts up with me once a month, and so check him out. Does great stuff for charity as well, and
fun fact. If I
yeah,
remember correctly, I actually met Scouter one day when Return of the Zack and myself were streaming PUBG. I think
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was.
maybe it's one of the
I remember it's when you
early.
lived down in Florida. I
Right.
remember you jumped in a stream one time and
I
we
don't
got
even
talking.
know how I even met half of my extra life friends. I mean, like KKR and we're all connected and we're all big this community now.
They're all good people.
Now they're all stuck with me forever. This is their life now. They choose violence and this is what the
Hell,
right, please.
man.
Just one of these podcasts, you're gonna have like the sign at the back of your like background, just like white, send help.
SOS.
SOS, please call for immediate
SOS
assistance.
and donate to Extra Life.
Right. So one of these streams is gonna happen. But anyways, no, I appreciate BeskarSnake. Please check him out, donate, and for sure he promised me that he's gonna do another poker tour, a
Yes.
poker tournament for Extra Life.
Yes.
So
I would like to make it a fairly regular thing.
yeah, definitely check him out if you're interested, and even if you're not an Extra Lifer, you could join for free today.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
you got some people to join because of it, because of that poker tournament. So
And actually, yeah, the guy that won it, one of my best friends who actually had an event earlier, and the reason that we had the event is part of the reason why we haven't planned another poker stream yet. But he was a big supporter of Extra Life, but he had never created a page. And he won the tournament, so then he had to create the page so we could donate the money,
you're right,
which was cool. But
right, that's
um,
cool. Yeah, for sure. So definitely
and if you join Extra Life now, I'm not sure when this podcast is going to go up, but if you join Extra Life now, before
EL, ELU.
uh,
That's 2 weeks
ELU,
from now.
yeah, you can still sign up. You can still join those. They're doing in person and virtual.
Right?
So you can still
Are
join
you
the
going?
virtual tournament.
You're
I
staying.
am.
Holy
Nope. I actually will be there.
take
Um,
pictures.
we'll do. But yeah, if you want
I'm
to join
jealous.
in some tournaments, it costs absolutely nothing to join in the tournaments. You can join as many tournaments as you want.
All of them.
They might overlap potentially depending on what you join. But yeah, they have a whole myriad of games like the ones we talked about, but they also have Halo. They have a lot of board games that they're doing.
Cosplay. You could design a
There's a
mouse
cosplay,
pad.
there's a mouse pad design. So yeah, if you're artistic or you enjoy games, yeah,
Just enter in
absolutely.
anyways. I mean, I got me and Alien Freak got steamrolled, but I still can't get
Oh,
over getting
I
featured.
oh man, when I played Rocket League, I already knew I wasn't the greatest at
Oh
Rocket
yeah.
League, but I learned just how bad at Rocket
Oh
League
yeah.
I
I
am.
mean, okay, and of course, we didn't know the rules until it was too late. So of course, I never played with Alien Freak before. I don't know his game style. I don't know his. I think, and even for somebody who might have just joined Extra Life, how are you gonna find? Luckily, we have these people or have this community. But what if you joined? Like we said last week, and now I gotta find. I know they have to do what they can. I know it's very
Yeah.
difficult, but I'm excited again this year. We're gonna enter in some tournaments, and I mean, I definitely wanted to try the mouse pad one, and I was like, yeah, maybe. I'm trying to think of stuff that no one might enter and be like, yeah, worth a shot at that one and see what happens. I mean, who knows?
Yep.
But no, it's even more cool to see like people win, like that. Like Hyperchai won the
Oh yeah, that was so cool.
cosplay. Like it's
And
like I know them.
she's featured on the signups.
Right, exactly,
She's featured in
and
the sign up for the cosplay and everything.
right, and
So
then like some cool streamers are like Adriana, I think her name is. Minecraft is coming. Jack Patello is coming to Extra Life. So it's like these bigs, and last year was Jack Black, like all these big
mhm.
streamers and influencers. So like, hopefully, you get some more people to like join, obviously, and
Yeah.
have fun with it. And anyways, but yeah, check us out. I really appreciate you listening to us. Really means a lot. It
Thank
does.
you very much.
On Spotify, check us out. Robot Attack. Search it up on YouTube. BeskarSnake, and check out BeskarSnake on Twitch. You gotta do those things, and that's free. And join Extra Life, that's also free. You gotta do all of those things. You could do today, right now.
You know what? This week, eat your favorite snack.
Eat your favorite snack. I actually, when me and KKR and Unbounded rated somebody, I tried to convince them. They're like, "Oh, what were you playing?" Of course, we told them, and they're like, "Oh, Fall Guys." I was like, "Yeah, there's a tournament of Extra Life coming up." He's like, "Oh, what's that?" I was like, "Oh, crack knuckles." I was like, "Oh," he's like, "I'm interested." I'm like, "Well, join Extra Life for free," and I hoping that they enter, and yeah, we'll see. But I was like, yeah, message either of us will definitely help you through joining and signing up for the tournament, and pretty much that's how.
So easy to
Yeah, I mean, I was nervous. I definitely, if I remember correctly, Matt was the person who I found out about Extra Life. I want to say, like, I found out Extra Life before her, but you know, there's always a streamer that I feel like recruits other streamers to join Extra Life. So, you know,
Wow.
definitely we're always here to like help you with. I felt bad like messaging her like, how do I join? What do I do? What buttons to press? Because like I'm new to it, like, but
Yeah.
once you join, it's pretty flawless, and it's just a few.
And
It's just a few simple questions of what hospital and whether or not you want to get premium to get. Wait, where is it? I had it. Dang it, I lost it. This lovely medal. Here it is. Found it. I knew it was on my desk. Yeah. So you paid $19 just one time to get one of these and raise $1,000. That's pretty cool, and these are cool. It's legit. They're not like plastic, you know. It's pretty nice.
They are
$20. So you get a T-shirt, you get a sticker if you raise 75 and 200. But yeah, but other than that, free to join and be creative.
And
have some fun.
If you join now and you want to continue to next year, you can. They make it.
They
very
roll,
easy to
yeah, roll it over. You got to start over to zero, but you know,
yeah.
it's a good start to
your information. You know, I mean, in my bio, I have the age of my nieces that were the inspiration behind me joining Extra Life, and I just have to change one number
right
to show how old they are now.
How old they are, right?
But yeah, you can just copy the old bio, or you can type a new one, and yeah, it's
flawless.
The community there, they make it so easy to not only join, but yeah, to rejoin for the next year's campaign if you so choose to carry on.
Sounds good. So it's free. Anyways, well, thanks everyone. Check this out on Spotify. Spotify is free, but yeah, if you don't want ads, you could pay for it. Listen to us, I'd appreciate it. And on YouTube, really just any future questions you have for podcasts or any questions that you want answered, let us know in the comments, or any topics. We're desperate. Please send help. Please give us topics. No, I'm just kidding. And snacks. Send us all the things. But yeah, check out BeskarSnake. Check me out. I'm pretty handsome. And give us a like. Give us some comments of what do you like to see in the future. And appreciate you listening to us. And we'll see you this month again. I apologize again. Look, we're doing it twice. We'll do it twice. And I'll message BeskarSnake again when you're free right away. No, I won't. I probably forget. But trust me, it'd be 2 this month. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.